I'm now joined by Kudakwashe Kelvin Mucheche, known as Director Imani. He is a renowned filmmaker and guitarist. As a filmmaker, he specializes in visuals that depict emotion, the feelings that you get when you read a good book. I like that feeling. With just under 12 years of experience as a guitarist, he has worked with several artists like Gemma Griffiths and is the current guitarist for Winky D. He has also appeared on a Bob Marley album, playing guitar on the track So Much Trouble in the World, those of you remember that, and has played guitar on several Winky D hits and many more. Director Imani also works with a British band called Aphrodite, based in Leicester, which he currently tracks for. Not only does he play, but also has taught guitar at Peterhouse, Arundel and Chisipiti senior schools. Director Imani is a powerful force in the film industry. He uses his positive attitude and great creativity to tell stories through film. His bigger breakthrough came when he directed the short film for the album Eureka, Eureka. After that, it has been commercials, reels, and music videos. Director Imani, welcome to Morning Rush.
Yeah, morning.
Good to have you here, mate. Right, now then, how did you develop your passion? Because I think it is a passionate thing, making movies. Being an artist is a passionate thing. Yeah. How do you develop that passion for filmmaking and music? And also, I suppose, it's kind of not weird, odd in a way that you either have people who make movies or people who play music, But to have them both is good, I suppose.
Oh well, I guess it started off when I got myself a GoPro, and
okay.
Started off with the GoPro, and then I felt like I wanted more depth and all that stuff. Yeah. So I bought myself a DSLR, like a basic entry-level camera. And then people told me that I have an eye. Okay. I couldn't really figure out what the eye they were talking about. Yes. Then so Gemma put me on making her behind the scenes and reels, and then that's how it started off. And then from there off you go. Yeah.
Now what I like about, as you said, I like that emotional context in terms of trying to get the emotion across through your films, as if I'm reading a good book, because I read a lot. Unlike a lot of you guys out there who don't read very much. I read a lot, so I understand that emotional feeling. Can you just maybe share an example of a project that you've worked on that you really think to yourself, you know what, I really achieved my objectives?
Last year, we had a concert at the HICC. So Winky was the one who was having their concert, so he wanted to show his life story, and then decided to put it in a film, and then we filmed it. And then people got to see where he came from and where he is now. Yeah.
I must try and watch that. I haven't watched that. It's very interesting. Talking about Winky D, of course, there's Winky D, Nutty O, Gemma Griffiths. I mean, you've done a lot of collaborations with artists. Talk to me about that. And who do you think, what was your favorite? I mean, I know you can't really say Winky D because you play for him, right? So let's get him out of it. What's your favorite collaboration today?
I'd say, I think working on the music video for Mumu was a big collaboration, because I wanted to show a side that people have never seen in terms of like the filming aspect and the editing. So that video is like massive on effects and all of that stuff.
Oh yeah. What were you going for? I haven't watched it.
I was going for like an A$AP Rocky type of feel.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Jeez. Okay. Right now. Now this is interesting. When I was reading your bio, you played the guitar on Bob Marley's track. Well, very famous track. So Much Trouble in the World. Talk to me about that.
That gig came when I wasn't even expecting it. Particular day, I had a rehearsal with Gemma, and then I just got a call from. I got a call from Tamuka, and then got a call from Winky's manager saying that they needed me to come in studio to track. So I just thought it was a normal recording, nothing like, the usual stuff. Yeah. And then got there, and then they told me it was a Bob Marley song, and that the Marleys had combined Africans to jump on the album. Wow. And I was like, wow.
That's so cool, eh?
So cool,
I tell you what, anyway. I love Bob Marley, and I'm sure a lot of you do. Now, tell me about the British band Aphrodite. I mean, I see that the work you've done with them seems very impressive. Who are they? What are they about? And also your experiences working with international artists, because I know we do a lot of collaborations here locally, but then you also have that link with international artists.
Aphrodite. These guys just hit me up on Instagram because there was a time when I was in Leicester and I was busking. So they saw the stuff on socials, and then they liked my playing. They thought I stayed in the UK, and then we started working
together. Jump in. So what do you do for them? You just lay down tracks, or?
Yeah, I track for them whilst I'm So most of the tracks on the new album did the guitars as well.
And are they quite big? I mean, I haven't heard. Are they big?
They're working on it, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
They've got a couple of tracks playing on BBC, so I guess that's good.
I like that though, that they looked at talent. I mean, and even when they found out that you were living in Zimbabwe, they were cool with that. You know, instead of saying, "Well, you're not in Leicester, let's dump it," but they actually went through it. I really like that. Now, you highlighted Eureka, if I'm not mistaken, as one of your standout issues and also a breakthrough for you. Maybe share a little bit about the concept behind the film, what it's about, and also its impact, I suppose, on your career.
The film was about intolerance. Yeah.
What type of intolerance? Like all sorts?
All sorts of intolerance in the country. Terrible. And so we wanted to show it and how to come up with solutions to fight it.
It's an interesting concept, that, because I think one of the intolerance issues in our country is our own, our own upbringing, our own culture is actually part of our intolerance. How did you cover that in the movie? Because it's true, isn't it? I mean, you go into rural areas, there's certain things that you definitely cannot do, because our old people are just...
Yeah, it was pretty short. It was a short film. So to cover a whole bunch of things, just try to cover on the artist aspect of it. How we have artists trying to say, I'm the big guy, I'm the, Yeah, that's how we try to cover it.
Why do you regard it as a breakthrough? Was that the first one where you really...
Yeah, that's my first film.
Oh, that's your first film where you really sort of...
professional film, yeah.
Wow, so that was where you cut your teeth, so to speak. Is that what they say? I don't know what they say. Right, let's talk about storytelling, because I think that's a hard part. Well, it isn't just a hard part. It's storytelling and then putting it on film so people can understand it. I mean, that's a whole creative concept, isn't it? Creative.
Yeah. I'd say I'm more on, because now the generation we're living in is more on social media. So I've seen that for me to express myself more, I would go through Reels, TikTok, but in a cinematic way, in a professional cinematic way. So try to depict some emotions through the filming aspect and day-to-day life.
Yeah. Just seeing what's happening around you and putting it into the movie. Right, you've got about a minute left. What's happening? What's going forward? Just really quickly. What are you working on? What do we expect?
Yeah, 2024 is a big year.
Yeah, that's a nice smile. I hope you can see that. Yeah,
it's a big year. I've got a couple of music videos lined up.
All right.
Yeah.
You can't just throw us a bone. Not yet.
NDA.
Well, there you go. On that NDA note, I'll stop it. Director Imani, thank you for coming to Morning Rush.
Konapo. Ipapo pa ZTN Prime. DSTV channel 294. The place to be.